I take it much kindly that thou, Iago, shouldst know of this.
3 great ones of the city, and personal suit to make me his lieutenant, off kept to him. And by my faith in man, I know my price and am worth no worse a place. Certes, says he, I have already chosen my officer. And who was he? One Michael Cassio, a fellow that never set a squadron in the field. But he, sir, had the election, and I, his worship's ancient.
I would not follow him then.
Oh, sir, content you. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters cannot be truly followed. Many a dutiful and knee-crooning knave wears out his time for naught, while others keep their hearts attending on themselves, and by throwing but shows of service on their lord, do well thrive by them. And when they have lined their coats, do themselves homage. And such a one I profess myself.
Here's her father's house. What ho, Brabantio! Signor Brabantio!
Awake, thieves! Thieves, look to your house, your daughter, and your bags.
What is the meaning of this terrible summons?
Sir, is all your family within? Are your doors locked?
Wherefore ask you this?
Zoons, sir! You were robbed. Your heart is burst. You've lost half your soul. Even now an old black ram is topping your white ewe.
Have you lost your wits? I have charged you not to hang about my door. In honest plainness thou hast heard me say, my daughter is not for thee. What manner of wretch art thou?
One that comes to tell you that your daughter and the Moor are now making the beast with 2 backs.
Thou art a villain.
You are a senator.
Sir, I beseech you, your fair daughter at this odd, even, and dull watch of the night, transported to the gross clasps of lascivious Moor. If this be known to you, we then have done you bold and saucy wrongs. Your daughter, if you have not given her leave, hath made a gross revolt, tying her duty, beauty, wit, and fortunes in an extravagant and wheeling stranger.
Give me a taper.
I must leave you. It is not yet wholesome for me to be produced against the Moor, though I do hate him. For necessity of present life, I must show out a flag and sign of love.
It is too true and evil. Gone she is. Where did thou last see her? With the Moor? Are they married, think you?
Truly, I think they are.
How got she out? Oh, treasonous blood. Fathers from hence, never more trust your daughter's thoughts by what you see them act. Would you had her? Do you know where we may apprehend the Moor?
I think I can discover him, if you please, to get good guard and go along with me.
Though in the very trade of war I have slain men, I hold it very stuff of the conscience to do no contrived murder.
'Tis better as it is.
Though he did speak such scurvy terms against your lordship, that with the little godliness I do have, I did full hard forbear him. Are you fast married? The Magnificent is much beloved and has in his effect a voice potential double the Duke's. He will divorce you.
Let him do his spite. My service, which I have done the Signor, shall out-tongue his complaints. For no, Iago, but that I love the gentle Desdemona, I would not my free unhorsed condition put into circumscription.
Here comes the raised father and his friends. You were best to go in.
Not I. I must be found.
The Duke does greet you, General, and he requires your appearance even on the instant.
What is the matter?
Something in Cyprus of great heat. They've already sent 12 messengers your way. You're hotly called for.
'Tis well I am found by you. I will spin but a word here in the house and go with you.
Good ancient. What makes he here?
Faith, he tonight hath boarded a land carrack, and if it prove lawful prize, he's made forever. He's married.
Oh, good. Another party here to see him.
It is Brabantio, General. Be advised, he comes to bad intent.
Oh, thou foul thief! Where hast thou stowed away my daughter? Damned as thou art, thou hast enchanted her. A maid so fair and happy, so opposite to marriage that she shunned wealthy darlings of our nation, would ever have slipped her guardage and run to the sooty bosom of such a thing as thou? I therefore do apprehend and attach thee as an abuser of the world.
Hold your hands. Where will I go to answer this, your charge?
To prison.
And what if I do obey? How might the Duke be therewith satisfied whose messengers are here about my side?
'Tis true. The Duke is in council as we speak, and your noble self, I'm sure, is sent for.
At this hour? Bring him away. The Duke or any of my brothers of the state cannot but feel this grief as their own. If such actions may have passage free, bond slaves and pagans shall our statesmen be.
Valiant Othello, we must straight employ you against the general enemy, Ottoman. Welcome, Signor. We lacked your counsel and your help tonight.
I beg your pardon. My particular grief was of so floodgate or bearing a nature that it overcomes other sorrows.
What is the matter?
My daughter! My daughter!
Dead?
To me, she is stolen from me and corrupted by spells and medicines bought of mountebank.
What in your part can you say to this?
Well, that I have taken away this old man's daughter. It is most true. I have married her. With the very head in front of my offending hath this extent, no more.
A maid, so still and quiet, to fall in love what she feared look upon? I therefore vouch again that with some mixtures powerful o'er the blood, he wrought upon her.
To vouch is no proof. Othello, speak. Did you, by indirect or forced courses, subdue and poison this young maid's affections?
I do beseech you, send for the lady, and let her speak of me before her father. If you do find me false in her reports, let your sentence fall upon my life.
Fetch Desdemona hither.
Justly to your grave ears, I'll present how I did thrive in this fair lady's love.
Well, say it, Othello.
Her father loved me, oft invited me, still questioned me the story of my life, the battles, sieges, fortunes I've come to pass. Thus to hear would Desdemona seriously incline, with a greedy ear devour up my discourse, which I took once apply an hour, and found good means to draw upon her a prayer of earnest heart. She gave me for my pains a world of sighs. She wished that heaven made her such a man. She bade me, if I had a friend that loved her, I should but teach him how to tell my story, and this would woo her. Upon that hit, I spake. She loved me for the dangers I had passed, and I loved her that she did pity them. This only is the witchcraft that I used.
I think this tale would win my daughter too.
I pray you hear her speak. Destruction on my head if my bad blame light on the man.
My noble father, I do perceive here a divided duty. To you, I am bound for life and education. I am hitherto your daughter. But here's my husband. And so much duty as my mother showed to you, preferring you before her father, so much I must challenge that I may profess due to the more, my lord.
God be with you. I have done. I would rather adopt a child than get it. Come hither, Moor. I hereby give to thee with all my heart that which but thou hast it already, with all my heart I would keep from thee.
When remedies are past, the griefs are ended by seeing the worst, which late on hope depended. To mourn a grief that is past and gone is just the next way to draw new mischief upon.
The Turk with the most mighty preparation makes for Cyprus. Othello, the place is best known to you.
I do undertake these present wars against the Ottomites, most humbly craving to your state. I crave disposition fit for my wife as levels with her breeding.
What would you, Desdemona?
That I did love the more to live with him. If I be left behind and he go to the war, the rights for which I love him are bereft me. Let me go with him.
Let it be so. Good night, everyone. And noble signor, if virtue no delighted beauty lack, Your son-in-law is far more fair than black.
Look to her more, if thou hast eyes to see. She has deceived her father, and may thee.
What will I do, thinkest thou?
Go to bed and sleep.
I will incontinently drown myself.
If thou dost, I shall never love thee after, thou silly gentleman.
It is silliness to live when to live is torment.
'Tis but
It is my shame to be so fond, but it is not within my virtue to amend it.
'tis but a lust of the blood and a permission of the will. Come, be a man, drown thyself. Drown cats and blind puppies. Put money in thy purse. Follow the wars. It cannot be that Desdemona shall continue her love to the Moor, nor him for her. She must change for youth. When she is sated with his body, she will see the error of her choice.
Wilt thou be fast to my hopes if I depend on the issue?
I tell thee often, I tell thee again, I hate the Moor. Let us be conjunctive in our revenge against him. If thou canst cuckold him, thou dost thyself a pleasure, me a sport.
I am changed. I'll go sell all my land.
I hate the Moor. He holds me well. The better shall my purpose work on him. Let me see. To get his place and to plume up my will in double knavery, how? How? Let me see. After some time, to abuse him to Othello's ear that he is too familiar with his wife. Cassio has a person and a smooth dispose, to be suspected, framed, to make women false. The Moor is of a free and open nature that thinks men honest that but seem to be so, and shall tenderly be led by the nose, as asses are.
I thank thee, the valiance of this warlike isle, that so welcome the Moor. Now, if only the heavens will guard him against these elements. My hopes do shape him for governor.
They should be arriving now.
The tempests themselves do omit their mortal dangers for the divine Desdemona.
What is she?
Our captain's captain, left in the charge of the bold Iago. Jove! Othello, guard, and fill his sails with thine own powerful breath. Oh, and the riches of the ship do come ashore, my lady.
I thank thee, valiant Cassio. Oh, what tidings can you tell me of my lord?
That he is not here. Nor know I not, but that he is safe and shall be here shortly. Ancient, you are welcome. Oh, and my mistress. Hello. Oh, do not let it gall your patience, my extension of manners. 'Tis my breeding that gives me such bold show of courtesy.
Would she give you so much of her lips as of her tongue she oft bestows on me, you'd have enough. She wears her tongue a little in her heart and chides with thinking.
You have little cause to say so.
Oh, come, come. You are saints in your injuries, devils being offended, players in your housewifery, and housewives in your beds.
Oh, fie upon thee, slanderer.
'Tis true. You rise to play and go to bed to work.
You shall not write my praise.
Oh, what wouldst thou write of me if thou shouldst praise me?
Oh, gentle lady, do not put me to it, for I am nothing if not critical.
Oh, do not learn of him, Amelia, though he be thy husband. How say you, Cassio?
Oh, he only speaks of home. Relish in him, the soldier, never the scholar.
Aye, well said, whisper. With as little a web as this, I will ensure as great a fly as Cassio. I smile upon her dew. I will jive thee in thy own courtship.
My fair warrior? It gives me wonder great is my content to see you here before me. My soul's joy if it were now to die. 'twere now to be most happy.
The heavens forbid, but that our loves and comforts should increase even as our days do grow.
Amen to that, sweet powers. I cannot speak enough of this content. It stops me here. It is too much joy.
You are well tuned, but I shall set down the pegs that make this music.
News! Friends! Our wars are over. The Turks are drowned. Good Iago, go to the bay and disembark my coffers. Come, Desdemona, well met at Cyprus.
Base men, being in love, have then a nobility in their nature more than is native to them. Desdemona is in love with him.
With him? Why, 'tis not possible.
Mark me with what violence she first loved the more. For bragging and telling fantastical lies. Will she love him still for prating? Her eyes must be fed. What pleasure shall she have to look upon the devil? When the blood is made dull with the act of sport, there should be again to inflame it and to give satiety a fresh appetite, sympathy and manners, beauty and years, all of which the Moor is defective in. For want of these, Desdemona's delicate sensibilities will begin to heave the gorge and abhor the Moor. And who stands so eminent in this degree of fortune as Cassio does?
I cannot believe that in her. She's full of most blessed condition.
If she were blessed, she would have never loved the Moor. Did you see how she paddled with the palm of his hand?
Yea, but that was but courtesy.
Lechery by this hand. They met so near that their breaths embraced together. Watch you tonight for the command. Cassio knows you not. Find some cause to anger him. He is a rash and sudden caller, and provoke him that he may strike at you. Out of this will I cause those of Cyprus to mutiny.
I will do this if I can bring it to any opportunity.
The more, howbeit that I endure him not, is of a constant, loving, noble nature. Oh, but I do suspect the lusty Moor hath leapt into my seat, and the thought doth gnaw my innards. And nothing shall content me until I am even with him, wife for wife. Or failing so that I at least put the Moor into a jealousy so strong that judgment cannot cure. I shall have our Michael Cassio on the hip, abuse him to the Moor in the rank garb, make the Moor thank me, love me, and reward me, playing on his peace and quiet even to madness. 'Tis here is yet confused. Knavery's plain face is never seen till used.
Good Michael! Look you about the guard tonight. Let's teach ourselves that honorable stop, not to outsport discretion.
Iago already hath instructions. But, notwithstanding, I with my own personal eye shall see to it.
Come, Desdemona. The purchase made. The fruits are to ensue. That profit's yet to come between me and you. Good night.
Come, Iago. We must to the watch.
It is not yet 10 of the clock. Our general cast this thus for love of his Desdemona. He is not yet made wanton the night with her, and she is sport for Jove.
Oh, she is an exquisite lady. Huh?
And I warrant her fun of game.
Oh, she is a most fresh and delicate creature.
And what an eye she hath.
A most inviting eye. But methinks also modest. She is perfection, isn't she?
Well, happiness to their sheets. Come, Lieutenant. I have a spot of wine. Let's have a measure to the health of Othello.
No more for me. I have an unhappy mind for drink. And, well, I wish that custom would come up with another form of entertainment.
One drink.
Yeah, I've already
I'll
had
drink
one.
for you.
I've already had one cup, and behold my infirmity. Oh, I dare not tempt it with just... all right, one more.
If I can fix but one cup upon him with that which he hath had tonight already, he'll be as full of quarrel and offense as my mistress's dog. I am to put Cassio into some action that will offend the Isle.
Oh! Afore God! I'm already roused. Hey! Hey! A health to our general!
Fine, ho!
Now, you may think me drunk. You're wrong. Oh, behold, my ancient. This is my right hand. This is my left. Oh, wait. Now, see, I am not drunk. I can speak fine enough, and I can stand. Ta-da! Hey, move. No further.
You see this fellow that has gone before? I do not like the trust that Othello puts in him. On some odd occasion of his infirmity shall shake the Isle.
Is he often thus?
'Tis evermore prologue to his sleep.
It were well the general were put in mind of this. Perhaps he sees it not, or his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his evils.
How now, Rodrigo? Go after the lieutenant.
'Tis a pity that the noble Moro would hazard such a place as his own second with one of an ingraft infirmity. Such an honest action to say so.
Not I. I do love Cassio well and would do much to see him cured of this evil.
Out, you knave! What, rogue? Do you want to show me my duty, huh? Well, I guess I'll beat you then, huh?
Beat me.
Nay, good lieutenant, I pray you, sir.
No.
Hold your hand.
Oh, come.
No. No. Yeah, let me go. What? Oh, whoo. Oh, missed. What? No. 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 Thank you. What? Boom. Hey. Oh. No! No!
What is the matter here?
Zones, I bleed still. I am hurt to the death.
Hold for your lives. From whence arise this barbarous brawl? Honest Iago, speak. Who began this?
I do not know. Friends all divesting for bed, and then, but now, tilting at one another's breasts in opposition bloody.
Give me to know how this foul rot began.
Worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer Iago can inform you. Now I ought by me that said or done amiss this night, unless self-charity be sometimes a vice, and to defend ourselves it be a sin when violence assails us.
Iago, who began?
If partially offended or leagued with an office that doth deliver more than less than truth, thou art no soldier.
I would rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it do offense to Michael Cassio. But I persuade myself, to speak the truth shall nothing wrong him. A fellow comes crying for help, and Cassio following with determined sword to execute upon him. But surely he received from him some strange indignity which patience could not pass.
I know, Iago. I honestly in love doth mince the matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but no more be officer of mine.
What is the matter?
All's well now, sweetie. Come away to bed. Iago, look with care about the town. Come, Desdemona. 'Tis a soldier's life to have their balmy slumbers waked with strife.
Are you hurt, Lieutenant?
I, beyond all mending, I've lost my reputation. I've lost my immortal part of myself. And what's left is something bestial.
Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit and lost without deserving.
I would rather be despised than to deceive so great a commander.
I could heartily wish that this had not befallen you. But, since it is as it is, mend it for your own good.
I will ask him for my position back, and he'll just say that I am a drunkard.
I'll tell you what you shall do. Our general's wife is now our general. Importune her help to put you in your place again.
You advise me well, Iago. I shall to the virtuous Desdemona and beseech her. I shall make bold, Iago, and send his wonderful wife to beseech the fair Desdemona for some access.
Good Lieutenant, I'm sorry for your displeasure, but all will sure be well. The general and his wife are talking of it, and she speaks for you stoutly. He protests he loves you and needs no other suitor but his likings to take the safest occasion to bring you in again.
Then shall you to Desdemona and seek access with me, alone.
I will bestow you, where you will have time to speak your bosom freely.
Be thou assured, good Cassio, I will do all my abilities in thy behalf.
Good madam, do. I warrant it grieves my husband as if the case were his.
Do not doubt, Cassio, but I will have my lord and you again as friendly as you were.
Oh, bounteous madam, whatever shall become of Michael Cassio, he shall never be anything but your true servant.
You love my lord. You have known him long. Be you well assured he shall in strangeness stand no further off than in a polite distance.
Yes, but my lady, I fear that the policy shall last so long, and that with my absence and position filled, that my general will forget my love and service.
I give thee warrant of thy place. Assure thee, I'll intermingle everything he does with Cassio's suit. Be merry, for thy solicitor shall rather die than give thy cause away.
Madam, my lord will be arriving soon.
Then I must take my leave.
Oh, why? Stay and hear me speak.
No, madam, I am very ill at ease and unfit unto my own purposes.
Is that not Cassio parted from my wife?
Cassio, my lord? I should not think it that he would steal away so guilty like seeing you coming.
How now, my lord? I have been talking with a suitor here, a man anguished in your displeasure.
Who is it you mean?
Why, your lieutenant, Cassio. My lord, if I have any grace or power to move you, his present reconciliation take. If he be not one that truly loves you, I have no judgment in an honest face. Call him back.
Not now, Desdemona. Some other time.
But shall it be shortly? Tonight, at supper.
No, not tonight.
Tomorrow dinner, then? I prithee name the time, but let it not exceed 3 days. In faith, he's penitent. When shall he come? Tell me, Othello.
No more. Let him come when he will. I will deny thee nothing. Grant me this, to leave me a little to myself.
Shall I deny you? No. Farewell, my lord. Amelia, come.
Wretch. But I do love thee. And when I love thee not, chaos has come again.
My lord, did Michael Cassio, when you first wooed your lady, know of your love?
He did, from first to last. Why dost thou ask?
I did not think he had been acquainted with her.
Oh yes, and went between us very oft.
Indeed.
Indeed. Discernst thou aught in that? Is he not honest? What dost thou think?
Think, my lord. It is not for your quiet nor your good to know my thoughts.
What dost thou mean? By heaven, I'll know thy thoughts.
Beware of jealousy, my lord. It is the green-eyed monster that doth mock the meat it feeds upon. The cuckold lives in bliss, who, certain of his fate, loves not his wronger. But what damned minutes tell over thee that dotes yet doubts, suspects yet strongly loves.
Thinkst thou I'd make a life of jealousy? 'Tis not to make me jealous to say my wife be fair. She had eyes and chose me. No, Iago, I'll see before I doubt. When I doubt, prove, and on the proof, there is no more of this. Away at once with love or jealousy.
I speak not yet of proof. Look to your wife. Observe her with Cassio. Wear your eye thus. I would not have your free and noble nature be abused. She did deceive her father marrying you.
So she did.
She that so young could give out such a seeming as to seal her father's eyes. He thought 'twas witchcraft. But I am much to blame. I humbly beseech your pardon for too much loving you.
I'm bound to thee forever.
I see this hath a little dashed your spirits.
Not a jot, not a jot.
I hope you will consider that what I speak comes from my love. Michael Cassio is my worthy friend.
I do not think but Desdemona's honest. And yet if more thou doth perceive, let me know more. Set on thy wife to observe. Leave me, Iago. Why did I marry? Curse of marriage that we can call these delicate creatures ours and not their appetites? If she be false, then heaven mocks itself.
My lord, your dinner and the generous islanders by you invited do attend your presence.
I am to blame.
Why do you speak so faintly? Are you not well?
I have a pain upon my forehead, here.
Oh, well, let me but bind it hard. Within this hour it won't be well.
Your napkin is too little. Let it alone. Come. I'll go in with you.
What? Dost thou here alone?
Do not you chide. I have a thing for you.
A thing? For me? It is a common thing to have a foolish wife.
Oh, is that all? What would you give me now for the same handkerchief?
What handkerchief?
What handkerchief? Why, that the Moor first gave to Desdemona that you so often bid me steal. She let it drop, and to the advantage I being there, took it up.
A good wench. Give it me.
What would you do with it? That you have been so earnest to have me filch it. Give it to me again. Poor lady shall run mad when she shall lack it.
I have use for it. Go. Leave me. I will lose this napkin in Cassio's lodging and let him find it. Trifles light as air are to the jealous confirmations proofs as strong as holy writ.
False to me? Be gone, thou hast set me on the rack. Swear 'tis better to be much amused than but to know it a little.
How now, my lord?
What sense had I of her stolen hours of lust? I saw it not, thought it not, it harmed not me. I found not Cassio's kisses on her lips. I had been happy, had the general camp all tasted her sweet body, so I had nothing known. Oh, forever farewell the tranquil mind.
'Tis possible, my lord.
Villain, be sure thou prove my love a whore. Be sure of it. Give me the ocular proof, or by the worth of man's eternal soul, thou hast been better born a dog than answer my waked wrath. If thou dost slander her and torture me.
Take note, O world. To be direct and honest is not safe. Henceforth, I will love no man if love breeds such offense.
Nay, stay. Thou shouldst be honest.
I should be wise. Honesty's a fool that loses that it works for.
I think my wife is honest and think she is not. I'll have some proof. Her name, as fresh as Diane's visage, is now begrimed and black as mine own face.
I see thou art eaten up with passion, and I repent on me that I did put it to you.
Give me a living reason she's disloyal.
I do not like the office. But, which I am entered into the cause this far, I will go on. Cassio in sleep I heard say, "O sweet Desdemona, let us be wary, let us hide our love away." And then did he cry out, "Oh, cursed fate that gave thee to the Moor."
Monstrous! We'll tear her all to pieces!
Nay, 'tis but his dream. We see nothing done. Be wise, she may be honest yet. Tell me, have you not sometimes seen a handkerchief spotted with strawberries in your wife's hand?
I gave her such a one. 'Twas my first gift.
Such a handkerchief, I'm sure it was your wife's. Did I today see Cassio wipe his beard with? If it be hers, it speaks strongly with the other proofs.
Oh, but the slave had 40,000 lives. One is too poor for my revenge. Now do I see. 'Tis true. My fond love, thus do I blow to heaven. Within these 3 days, let me hear thee say that Cassio is not alive.
My friend is dead. 'Tis done at your request. But let her live.
Damn her! Lewd minx. I will withdraw to fashion me with some swift means of death for the fair devil. Now art thou my lieutenant.
I am your own forever.
Where should I lose that handkerchief, Amelia?
I know not, madam.
Believe me, I had rather lost my purse. But my noble Moor is true of mind and made of no such baseless as jealous creatures are. It were enough to put him to ill thinking.
Is he not jealous?
Who he? I think the sun where he was born drew all such humor from him.
How do you, Desdemona? Give me your hand. Well, this hand is moist.
It yet hath felt no age, nor known no sorrow. 'Twas that hand that gave away my heart. Come now, your promise. I have sent to bid Cassio come speak with you.
A sorry room offends me. Lend me your handkerchief. That which I gave you.
I have it not about me.
My mother, dying, gave it me, and bid me, when my fate would have me wife, to give it her, to loose or gift away with such perdition as nothing else could match. Well, there's magic in the web of it.
Indeed is true. Then would God I'd never seen it.
Is it lost? Is it gone? Fetched! Let me see it!
Why, sir, so I can, but I will not now. Pray you, let Cassio be received again. You'll never meet a more sufficient man, a man that shared dangers with you.
The handkerchief!
Is not this man jealous?
I had never seen this before. 'Tis
that a year or two shows us a man? They are all but stomachs, and we are all but food, eat us hungrily, and when they are full, they belch us.
Is my lord angry?
He went hence but now, and certainly in strange unquietness.
I will go meet him. There be matter in't indeed if he be angry.
Something. Sure of state hath puddled his clear spirit.
Pray it is of state matters, and no conception nor no jealousy concerning you.
Alas, the day I never gave him cause.
Jealous souls will not be answered so. They are not ever jealous for the cause, but jealous for they are jealous. 'Tis a monster begot upon itself, born on itself.
Heaven keep that monster from Othello's mind.
Save you, friend, Cassio.
The fairest Bianca. In faith, I was just on my way to your house.
And I was on my way to your lodging. What? Keep a week away?
Look, of late I have with leaden thoughts been pressed. So, sweetest Bianca, take me this work out.
Whence came this? This is some token from a newer friend. To the felt absence, I now feel a cause. Well, well.
Oh, throw your vile guesses to the devil's teeth. Are you so jealous that you think that this is some mistress's? By troth, Bianca, no.
Whose is it?
I know not. I found it in my bedchamber. I do like its work well, and I would have it copied. So, take this, do it, and leave me for this time.
Leave you? Wherefore?
Look, I do attend to the general, and I see it is no addition for him to see me womaned.
Why, I pray?
It is not that I love thee not.
Leave me on the way a little and say if I shall see you soon at night.
It is but a little way that I can walk thee.
He had my handkerchief.
He hath, my lord, but you be sure no more than he'll unswear.
What hath he said?
That he did lie.
With her?
With her, on her, what you will.
Lie with her, lie on her? Handkerchief, confessions, handkerchief to confess. And be hanged for his labor is possible? Confess. Handkerchief. Oh, devil!
Thus credulous fools are caught, and many a chaste and worthy dame even thus. How now, Lieutenant?
What is the matter?
Our lord has fallen into an epilepsy.
Oh, rub him round the temples.
I'll withdraw you a little. He will recover straight.
Confess it?
Cassio came hither while you were overcome with your grief. I bid him anon return, and here tell me the tale anew. How oft, where, how long ago? Mary, patience.
I will be found most cunning in my patience, but dost thou hear? Most bloody.
Now I will question Cassio about Bianca, a housewife that sells her desires to buy her bread and clothes, a creature that dotes on Cassio. While Cassio smiles, Othello shall go mad. How do you now, Lieutenant?
All the worse are now provided this edition, whose want even kills me now.
Ply Desdemona well, and you will sure be on't. Now, if the suit lie in Bianca's power, how quickly you should speed.
Poor rogue! I think she loves me.
She gives out that you shall be married.
What, married?
Do you intend it?
Me, to her. Me, a customer. Oh, provide some charity to my wit. Ah, the only reason she thinks me to marry is by her own flattery. She's everywhere. She haunts me even now. What?
Let the devil and his dam haunt you. What did you mean by this same handkerchief you gave me even now? I was a fine fool to take it. A likely piece of work that you should find it in your chamber and not know who left it there.
By heavens, that should be my handkerchief.
I should, after her. She will rail in the streets.
How shall I murder him? Iago!
Did you see how he laughed at his vice? And did you see the handkerchief? Ah, the foolish woman, your wife. She had given it him, and he gave it to his whore.
Let her be damned tonight. My heart is turned to stone. I strike it, and it doth hurt my hand. Oh, no pity of it.
Oh, 'tis foul in her.
Get me some poison. Iago, tonight, I'll not expostulate with her, lest her body and beauty unprovoke my mind again.
Do it not with poison. Strangle her in her bed, even the bed she hath contaminated.
Good. Good. The justice of it pleases. Very good.
As for Cassio, let me be his undertaker.
Worthy General, the senators of Venice greet you. How does Lieutenant Cassio?
Lives, ma'am.
Cousin, there's fallen between him and my lord an unkind breach, but you shall make it all well.
Are you sure?
Is there division betwixt my lord and Cassio?
I would do much to atone them for the love that I bear to Cassio.
Fire and brimstone! Are you wise?
What, is he mad? Why, sweet Othello.
Devil! Oh.
I have not deserved this. I will not stay to offend you.
She can turn and turn and yet go on. She can weep, and yet she's obedient. Proceed you in your tears. I am commanded home. Get you away. I shall send for you anon. Cassio shall have my place.
Is this the noble Moor with whom our full senate call all and all sufficient? Whose passion could not shake? Strike his wife?
He is much changed. This was not so well. Would I have known this stroke would prove the worst.
I am sorry that I am deceived in him.
You see nothing then?
Never did hear, never did suspect.
Oh, yes, you saw she and Cassio together.
But then I saw no harm, and I heard every syllable that breath made up between them.
Did they not whisper nor send you out of the way?
Never. If she be not honest, chaste, and pure, there is no man happy. The purest of their wives is foul as slander.
She's a simple bud, this. A subtle whore, a closet, a fill in the secrets, and yet she'll kneel and pray? Pray. Come here. Let me see your eyes. Look in my face.
What doth your speech import? I understand the fury in your words.
What art thou?
Your wife, my lord. Your true and loyal wife.
Heaven truly knows that thou art false as hell.
To whom? With whom? How am I false?
Oh, Desdemona, away! Are you not a strumpet?
If to preserve this vessel for my lord from any other foul, unlawful touch be not to be a strumpet, I am none.
Mercy then. It took you for the cunning whore of Venice that married with Othello.
Good madam, what is the matter with my lord?
Do not talk to me, Amelia. I cannot weep, nor answers have I none. Prithee, tonight lay on my bed my wedding sheets.
What's the matter, lady?
My lord called her a whore. A beggar in his drink could not have laid such terms upon his callet. Has she forsook so many noble matches to be called whore?
How came this trick upon him?
I will be hanged if some eternal villain, some insinuating rogue have not devised this slander.
Fie, there is no such man. 'Tis impossible.
Whore is abused by some eternal villain, some
Oh, good Iago. What shall I do to win my lord again? Good friend, go to him. I know not how I lost him. Unkindness may do much, but his unkindness may defeat my life, but never taint my love.
'Tis but his humor. This business with the state does him offense, and he does chide with you. Go in. Weep not. All things shall be well.
Every day thou deafest me with some device, Iago. I will no longer endure it. I have wasted myself out of my means. The jewels you have had for me to deliver to Desdemona, you told me she hath received them and returned me expectation of acquaintance. Yet I find none.
Very well.
I will make myself known to Desdemona. If she will return me my jewels, I will give over my suit and repent my unlawful solicitations. If not, assure yourself I will seek satisfaction of you.
Rodrigo, thou takest against me a most just exception, but I protest. I have dealt most directly in thy affairs. I grant thee it hath not appeared.
It hath not.
If thou hast courage and valor, this night use it. If thou the next enjoy Desdemona not, take me from this world with treachery.
What is it, within reason and compass?
There's a special commission come from Venice to depose Cassio in Othello's place.
Then Othello and Desdemona return to Venice.
Unless his abode be lingered upon by some accident, as the removing of Cassio.
How do you mean removing him?
By making him incapable of Othello's, knocking out his brains. He sups this night with a harlotry. If thou will watch his going hence, thou can take him at your pleasure. I will be there to second your attempt.
How goes it now? You seem gentler than he did.
He hath commanded me to go to bed and bade me to dismiss you. Give me my nightly ring, and we must not now displease him.
Would you have never seen him?
My love doth so approve him that even his stubbornness, his frowns have grace and favor in them.
Laid those sheets that you bade me on the bed.
Good faith, how foolish are our minds. Prithee, if I do die before thee, shroud me in one of those same sheets.
Come, you talk. Shall I fetch your nightgown?
No. Tell me, Amelia, be there women that abuse their husbands?
There be some, no question.
Wouldst thou do such a deed?
Why, would you not?
No, by this heavenly light.
Nor I neither, by this heavenly light. I might do it as well in the dark.
In troth, I think thou wouldst not.
In troth, I think I should. I would not do such a thing for a joint ring, or measures of lawn, or gowns, petticoats, nor caps, or any other pretty exhibition. But for the whole world? Why, who wouldn't make her husband a cuckold to make him a monarch? I should venture purgatory for it.
Be sure me if I would do such a deed for the whole world. I do not think there is any such woman.
I do think it is husbands' faults if wives do fall. Say they slack their duties and pour our treasures into foreign laps. Or say they break out into peevish jealousies and throw restraint upon us. Or say they strike us. Or scant our former having in despite. Why, we have galls, and though we do have some grace, yet have we some revenge. Let husbands know that wives have sense like them. They see and smell and have palates for both sweet and sour as husbands have. What is it that they do when they change us for others? Is it sport? I think it is. And doth affection breed it? I think it doth. And it's frailty that thus errs. It is so too. And yet have we not affections, desires for sport and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well. Else let them know that the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
Good night. Good night. Heaven me such uses send, not to pick bad from bad, but by bad mend.
I have no great devotion to the deed, and yet he hath given me satisfying reasons. 'Tis but a man gone, forth my sword, he dies.
I have rubbed this young quat almost to the sense, and he grows angry. Whether he kill Cassio or Cassio kill him, either way makes my fortune.
I know his gait. Villain! Thou diest!
That thrust was meant to be mine enemy. Now I shall show you thine. I am maimed forever. Murder! Murder!
The voice of Cassio. Iago keeps his word. Oh, minion, your dear lies dead and your unblessed fate highs. Strumpet, I come. Thy bed lust stain shall with lust's blood be spotted.
Nobody come. Then I shall bleed to death.
God help me! Iago! Dan spoil! Give me some help!
How treacherous villain, what are you there?
Help me here.
That is one of them!
Oh, murderous villain. Slave.
Damn Iago. Oh, inhuman dog.
What? How? Murder! Murder!
What's the matter, husband? Oh, my dear Cassio! Alas, he faints. Lady, kind gentlemen, see poor Cassio dressed.
I do suspect this trash to be a party in this injury. Know we this space? Oh, my dear countryman, Rodrigo. He that lies slain here was my dear friend.
What happened?
This was the fruit of whoring. What, do you shake at that?
He supped at my house, but I therefore shake not.
Oh, did he so?
Fie upon these strumpets!
I am no strumpet, but of life as honest as you that thus abuse me.
I fie upon thee!
Let us see Cassio dressed. Go, mistress. You must tell another's tale.
I ought to the citadel to tell my lord and lady what hath happened.
This is the night that either makes me or fordoes me, quite.
It is the cause. It is the cause, my soul. Let me not name it to you, you chaste stars. It is the cause. Yet I'll not shed her blood, nor scar that whiter skin of hers than snow, and smooth as monumental alabaster. Oh, yet she must die, else she'll betray more men. Put out the light. If I quench thee, I can again thy former light restore, should I repent me. But once put out thy light, I know not where is that Prometheus heat that can again thy light illume. When I've plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. Oh, balmy breast that doth almost persuade justice to break her sword. I must weep, but they are cruel tears. This sorrow's heavenly. It strikes where it doth love.
Othello. Will you come to bed, my lord?
Have you prayed tonight, Desdemona?
Aye, my lord.
If you bethink yourself of any crime unreconciled as yet to heaven and grace, solicit for its strain.
My lord, what do you mean by this?
Do it! And be brief. I would not kill thy unprepared spirit.
Talk you of killing?
I do.
Then heaven have mercy on me. If you say so, I hope you will not kill me. And yet I fear you, for you're fatal then when you roll your eyes so. Why I should fear I know not, since guiltiness I know not, and yet I feel fear.
Think on thy sins.
They are loves I bear to you.
Aye, and for that thou diest.
That death's so natural that kills for loving. Some bloody cushion shakes your fairy frame. These are portents, and yet I hope they do not point on me.
That handkerchief which I so loved and gave thee, thou gavest to Cassio.
No! By my life and soul, send for the man and ask him.
Sweet soul, take heed of perjury. Thou art on thy deathbed.
But not yet to die.
Presently, therefore confess thee freely of thy sin.
Have you mercy? I never did offend you in my life. I never loved Cassio. I never gave him token.
O perjured woman! Thou dost stone my heart and makes me call what I intended to a murder, which I thought a sacrifice. I saw the handkerchief.
He found it then. I never gave it him. Send for him. Let him confess the truth.
He hath confessed
What, my lord?
that he hath used thee.
How? Unlawfully? He will not say so.
No. His mouth is stopped. Honest Iago hath taken orders for it.
What, is he dead?
Had all his hairs been lives, my great revenge had stomach for them all.
Alas, he is betrayed and I am done.
Out, strumpet! Weepst thou for him to my face?
Banish me, my lord, but kill me now.
Down, strumpet!
Kill me tomorrow. Let me live tonight, but half an hour.
Being done, there is no pause.
But while I say what prayer?
It is too late. Not dead? Not yet quite dead? I that am cruel and yet merciful, who would not have thee linger in thy pain.
My good lord, I would speak a word with you.
Shall she come in? She'll sure speak to my wife. What wife? Oh, heavy hour. Methinks it should now be a huge eclipse of sun and moon, and that the affrighted globe should yawn in alteration.
I beseech you that I may speak with you.
I had forgotten thee. Come in, Amelia.
My good lord, yonder's foul murder's done. Cassio hath killed a young Venetian named Rodrigo.
Rodrigo killed? And Cassio killed?
No, Cassio is not killed.
Not Cassio killed? Then murder's out of tune. And sweet revenge grows harsh.
Oh, falsely murdered. A guiltless death I die.
That was my lady's voice. Oh, help! Oh, sweet mistress, who hath done this deed?
Nobody. I myself. Commend me to my kind lord.
She's like a liar, gone to burning hell. 'Twas I that killed her. She was a whore.
Thou dost belie her, and thou art a devil.
She was false as water.
You are rash as fire. To say that she was false, oh, she was heavenly true.
Cassio did top her. I did proceed upon just grounds to this extremity. Thy husband knew it all.
My husband? That she was false to wedlock?
I, with Cassio.
My husband said that she was false. She was heavenly, then he lies to the heart. She was too fond of her most filthy bargain. Do thy worst. This deed of thine is no more worthy heaven than thou was worthy her.
What is the matter? How now, General?
Are you come, Iago? You have done well for yourself, then men must lay their murders on your neck. He says that thou told him his wife was false.
I told him what I thought, and no more than he himself found to be apt and true.
You told an odious damn lie. She false, and did you say with Cassio?
Go to charm your tongue!
I will not charm my tongue. My mistress lies here murdered in her bed, and your reports have set the murder on.
'Tis pitiful. But yet Iago knows that she with Cassio hath the act of shame 1,000 times committed. Cassio hath confessed it. She did gratify his amorous works with the pledge of love, a handkerchief. I saw it in his hand.
That handkerchief I found by fortune and did give my husband. He begged of me to steal it.
Villainous whore.
She was chaste. She loved you, cruel Moor. So come my soul to bliss. For I speak true, and so speaking as I think. Alas, I die.
Are there no stones but which serve for the thunder? Villain! Behold, I have a weapon! Vain boast. Be not afraid, though you do see me weaponed, for here is my journey's end. O little star which pale is thy smock, this look of thine shall hurt my soul to heaven, and fiends shall snatch at it. Desdemona, Othello, he that was Othello. Here I am. I look down at his feet, but that's a fable.
Othello, thou wert once so good. What shall be said to thee?
Anything. An honorable murder, if you will, for naught I did in hate, but all in love.
And did you and him consent in Cassio's death?
Demand me nothing. What you know, you know. From this time forward, I will never speak word.
My general, I gave thee no cause.
I do believe it, and ask your pardon. How came you by the handkerchief?
I found it in my chamber. He himself confessed to placing it there for some special purpose which wrought his will.
Soft you. A word or two before you go. I pray you in your letters, when you shall these unlucky deeds relate, speak of me as I am, of one who loved not wisely, but too well, of one not jealous, but being wrought, perplexed in the extreme. Of one who threw a pearl array away richer than all his tribe. Set you down this, and say besides, he took by the throat the circumcised dog, and smote him thus. I kissed thee, ere I killed thee. No way but this, killing myself to die upon a kiss.
Thus I feared, for he was great of heart.
Look. Look! Look on the tragic unloading of this bed. This is thy work. The object's poisoned sight. Let it be hid. And to you, lords and ladies, remains the censure of this hellish villain. The time, the place, the torture. Oh, enforce it. Myself will straight aboard. Into the state with heavy act this heavy heart relate.